Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. In the last episode, we were messing around a little bit with Applied Energistics, our enemy system, and I cleaned up a little bit of the base and put it all in the system. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff. I need to do some more work still, but there's a few other pressing concerns. One is down here. These guys are so backed up. It's kind of bad. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Just because these automatic sieves are not going fast enough. So we're going to fix that today. And then we're going to get into some magic, because it's about time. But before we do, something else that I kind of want to talk about. You just walked through that door. No, you just walked through that wall, rather, not the door. Alright. So, looks like a zombie dude died there. Alright, so, anyways, I have in my inventory a couple legendary loot bags. And I wanted to say, last time we also we made a RF Tools dimension, and we got a bunch of copper. I'm still smelting all of this up. There's so much copper. We're getting a decent amount of gold out of that too. But then we also got a drum full of bedrockium. And I currently have 195 blocks of bedrockium, so I don't think we're ever going to need any of that again. So yeah, that's something. So let's open these loot bags. Signal, I'm sure. I don't really care. Lamb. Man of Steel, that'll come in handy later. Sure, I'm just gonna take all this stuff. Enderium, that's nice. Alright, so whatever. I don't really care. Let us also come over here. I have some unknown dimlets. So let's see if we get anything good. Obsidian, it's not bad. And everything else is. Okay. So, yeah, I cleaned out the barrel. The drum of bedrockium still has a little bit left, 688, but that's just leftovers. This thing over here has been not happy. It's working now, so that's good. The harvester kept getting stuffed with items. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyways, first thing I want to do is I want to speed up and improve the sifters down there. So let's come over here. We're going to make, let's see how much we need. Electrum, we have a decent amount, so let's get let's see, I want an even number. 54. Nope. Let's just do something like this, and we'll get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is going to let us make some upgrades. We're also going to need pyrotheum dust, which we have a little bit of, but we need more. So that should be enough. And then we're going to want a bunch of Invar. And what we're making is, okay, we have plenty of Invar. I'm going to get a little bit more. What we are going to be making is some upgrades. So we need to make speed upgrades for our X-Astris machines. So we can either use Vibrant Alloys, Redstone Alloys, and Dark Steel, or the thermal expansion, thermal foundation stuff. We're going to do thermal. So let's just do this. And we get 18 of those. Separate those, so 6 in each. That'll help a lot. And then we're also going to want to get some fortune upgrades, which takes diamonds and Invar, and then more Electrum. So let's get 4 more. I'm going to do that. And there we go. So this should be enough. This is going to get us more resources, and it's also going to use a little bit more power. So if we look These guys are currently using 20 RF per tick. Put the 6 speed upgrades in there, they go up to 43. With the 6 fortune, they go up to 103. That's fine. We can deal with that. But it's much faster now. And if we put this into all of them, not that, this, you can see how much faster it's going. This is going to let us process ores much quicker and get everything kind of taken care of a lot quicker. So hopefully these don't back up. If they do, it's fine. But as long as all of them are running, it doesn't matter too much. The problem comes with these, the sand and the sides, which I'm thinking, do I want the sand? No, I think I'm good for right now with the sand. So that's all I wanted to do down here. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit better. We could use more electrum, but for the most part, how many diamonds do we have? We have 2 diamonds, so luckily we can take diamond horse armor. This is actually incredibly useful. And we'll just do it down here. Why does it have an input on the back? Whatever. I missed. So diamonds in here. They won't go into the other machine because you can't smelt diamonds, but there's 5 more diamonds. So that is something. Let's put that away. And we can start looking into some magic. So today I think what I want to do is witchery. We're going to work through some witchery. Craft a single octuple. I haven't quite gotten that yet. But, Charm dislocation, we got that. We'll have to get dragons. We'll have to automate wither killing at some point. Kill chaos dragons. Tier 6 energy core. Ugh. Anyways, we are going to be doing some witch stuff. We need to make a little bit of a farm for all the witchery stuff as well. Let us see if... See, we have Mandrake. We have Belladonna. We want Artichoke, and Snowbell is actually fairly useful. Wolfsbane and Garlic, not so much. And we are going to want some dirt. That's what we're going to want, not sand. We're going to want a decent amount of dirt. Because things are going to be kind of annoying in the near future. So let's get, let's just get like 2 double. Actually, 1 double would be enough. And there we go, a bunch of dirt. I need a bucket. Actually, a couple buckets would be nice. And we're going to get some water. And we're going to grow some witchery stuff. So right in here, we're just going to make a little bit of a farm. Nothing too big. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Something like this, and then we need I should be able to use this technically it's better if we use this for the Zavicio, but it's fine. But I can't double. Let me see something real quick. Doesn't tell me how to use this. Typically, do I not have an actual hoe over here? Let's see if we have one in our AE system. Hoe or a matic. There's a matic. Alright, so typically with the, I know a lot of times with the, let's do this, and then we're going to watering can them all real quick, just to get them, oh, I don't even know what that's called, when what it does, but, okay, so evidently we have to just grow the water artichokes in the ground, like, oh, they go straight on the water. Okay, that's how it is. I knew there was something special with water artichokes, but I couldn't figure out what. So we're going to want to do something like this. And I'll just kind of encircle this. We're going to want this dirt back. And we have one too many buckets, but that's okay. And I messed that up so badly. So let's plant the water artichokes. We have Snowbell in the next, Belladonna, and Mandrake. Now mandrakes you do have to be careful with. They like to come alive and ruin your day. Not really ruin your day, but they like to come alive and they're super annoying. Unless you harvest them at night. So there's the Belladonna. Can I? Okay, I do have to break them, unfortunately. They gave us a few more seeds. And some mandrake roots. Plenty of mandrake root seeds. And some of the water artichokes. Let's plant more of those. And let's go ahead and watering can this entire thing again. And just get a bunch of these. So the only thing that's not growing is the Snowbell. I don't know why. So Belladonna, Mandrake, and we have a decent amount of those. So let's see if we can't get more water artichokes and Snowbell. Why would that not be growing? Let's see if bone meal works on it. It should. I only have one over here, but okay, that works. And you get snowballs from snowbells, but you also get some icy needles, which we do need. So let's grab some more bones. That should be more than enough. We'll get a bunch of bone meal, and we'll grow the Snowbell. Break them all. There we go. We got some icy needles. And we'll do that again. And we can grow all of this now. Perfect. So I don't know why it was having troubles, but doesn't matter. We have a little bit. So let's grow another water artichokes. We'll do it one more time just to get a few seeds. We're going to need the seeds for anointing paste. What that is and what it does is basically it's your one from Thaumcraft. It will transform certain items into other items, but not like the why am I blanking? Not like the one thing, the Mutandis. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. Not quite like the Mutandis, but more like making structures and stuff. So let's come back over here. We have a decent amount of seeds. Enough so that I think I feel comfortable saying that we have a achievement completed. We made a farm for water artichokes, belladonnas, and mandrake roots. We have Mutandis. I don't know that we've crafted any Mutandis. We need a witch's cauldron for that. So let's actually get a witch's cauldron. One other thing we're going to want is some netherrack and a flint and steel. We're going to want like 3 netherrack. Flint and iron. I love that that recipe is shapeless. Let's put this stuff back. I want dirt. Alright, cool. So we are going to want a witch's cauldron. So we're going to need a cauldron. I don't know that I have one. Let's turn that back on. So cauldrons are pretty easy to make, just iron. We're gonna want one for right now. But we need to get a witch's cauldron, and well, there's no recipe for a witch's cauldron. It's kind of a mystery of how to get it, right? But not really. We just need one of each of the seeds, and we put those in the crafting table together, and we get this anointing paste. So we're going to do this witch's cauldron. We're going to want like right here-ish. We're going to want to fly down here, put down a piece of netherrack, and let's see, we're going to want this. Actually, we're going to want like this with the cauldron after we get a nice flame. We put the cauldron there, and then we just hit it with the anointing paste, and we get a witch's cauldron. Simple as that. Now we do want to get an infinite spring over here. I'm trying to think if there's a good way. Infinity jar, ooh. Infinity egg. God, I'd love to have a lot of that stuff. I think the best way is going to be a reservoir. From Ender.io, which is just cauldron, some fused quartz, and glass. So let's make two sets of those, because we need a 2x2. So we need 2 more cauldrons. And can we make a reservoir? No, we don't have any glass, really. Or fused quartz. Alright, so let's get some quartz. I don't have much nether quartz. What is... It's soul sand. We never made that. Can I do it any other way? Block of quartz is the only way. Can I get quartz? I mean, quartz essence, but I don't have any of that. We're not into mana infusion stuff. We'd have to get some soul sand or storing bags, which is probably how we got all of the quartz already. Quartz seeds are Imperio. I don't want to do that. So I guess what we can do, we do have plenty of sand. Let's get a little bit of sand. It is a guaranteed drop. We only need 4 pieces. Plus a little bit. But let's go ahead and put that in there. We will get, let's see, let's get the, why am I blanking? Let's get more sand. Actually, I have a little bit of soul sand in here. Let's go ahead and use that. I can always get more. I could also do the fortune thing, but that's okay. So we really need soul sand or nether quartz. I'm going to sift the rest manually because it's quicker. And yeah, we don't have enough. Because we can do 1 block. We can do 2 blocks. And I think... Oh yeah, I was making bronze. Usage, can we... In order to make the clear glass, can we have to alloy smelt it. Is there any other way to get fused quartz? Not that it seems. So we'd have to make an alloy smelter, which is pretty easy. Just need the machine chassis, and there's that. And then I think we need another furnace. So there's that. Alloy smelter. Because I don't believe I made one of those already. That is hardened flux ducts. Okay, so put that on the end. Let's get a hardened flux ducts and plug that in. So we do the block of quartz, it will smelt it up. It'll take a minute. But we need more nether quartz. We need a lot of nether quartz or soul sand. Soul sand would also be acceptable. So let's see if we have any materials. Don't want liquid, we want materials. Charged surges quartz. Endstone, we made one with that. Nether quartz ore. That's 6,000 RF per tick. Ugh. But soul sand is easy. So let's grab this. Let's grab you know what, I don't even care. We'll grab another empty thing. Where's our dimension editor? We're gonna call this warning. There are dangling modifiers. We need to have some sort of feature. In fact, none. We have so many of these. I have no idea why those aren't stacking, but we do feature tendrils. Sure, let's do feature tendrils. Yeah, okay, so we'll do soul sand store, and we should be able to make this. Let's dial it. Where is it? I guess it's not made yet, so there's nothing to dial yet. How are we doing for power? Could use more yellorium, but this guy is full. So this is made. We're getting plenty of power. It's not going to be very expensive. It's just soul sand. So home base, dial. Actually, I just want to dial once. All right. So let's grab our enhanced charm and dislocation. And let's see what we have. It should just be soul sand. Might have some other things going on, but oh my god, it's snowy, so soul sand. No effects, that's good. Let's add new soul sand, commit, lock it, and we can get, ooh, what are you? Ludicrite. Ludicrite I don't believe is all that useful. So what we can do is we can come over here, grab our item dislocator, find a nice chunk. Let's eat first. Let's come up here. That sun is not moving. It's perpetually twilight. And there we go. So we just got a bunch of soul sand. Let's really quickly just look around. We can always get more soul sand. That was a decent amount, but I mean, we can just come over here. We have a bunch of soul sand now. We don't need that. We're also hungry. That's the only bad thing about this. Anything else we can get rid of? Nah. I have a bunch of soul sand, but oh well. Who cares? Let's see if there's any... There's a house right there. Let's see if there's anything good in it. And We have some unknown dimlets. This is a material. Limestone. Yuck. Sky blue. And birch. Alright, don't care. Loxy, I don't know what that does. It's just cosmetic stuff. So we can put the netherrack back, and let's go ahead and go back home. So we have a whole bunch of soul sand now that we can, I guess we'll process through here as well. We'll get a decent amount of nether quartz, and I can do this. And we have some unknown dimlets we can mess with. That can go back up there. Cool. So, watering can. Actually, we want two things of water, but we'll get to in a second. Nether quartz. We're gonna want exactly 2 more blocks, and then we're also gonna want some sand to smelt up, so that we can get more glass. Where is this? Let's do the 2 more blocks of nether quartz. So that's going to give us some glass. This is still processing. It's almost done though, which is really nice. In the bedrock world, if you didn't see in the last episode, we found all the bedrockium was encased in different. Let's actually go take that world out. It was encased in different materials, and one of them was copper. So we got a bunch of copper. But let's see. This is good enough. Wait. No, I do need all 12. So 1 and 2 more. And do that. Cool. And we can get fuse quartz. And let us go ahead and make the reservoir. So we need 1 more cauldron. And then we can make the reservoir. So you need to make a 2x2. And I'm just gonna sit here and continuously shift click. There we go. Cool. Let's see what these unknown dimlets are, because I'm curious. Sky bright, who cares? Ravines, extreme hills, edge, cold beach, nothing too good. Body moon, tendrils, another tendrils, which is good. And then time evening. Yuck. Nothing interesting. So we come over here. We have the witch's cauldron. We're going to place reservoir there, and all you have to do is fill it up with water. And we'll just fly over here, grab some more water. And once you fill it up with, do you need 2? Whoa. Once you fill it up with 2 things of water, it becomes an infinite source. And now we can add a bunch of water to this. And in order to make, let's take a look at a book. We need Witch's Brew. So it's a feather, a book, dirt, and some sort of black ink. So we should be able to handle that pretty easily. So book, we need a book. So do we have paper? We need more paper. Do we have sugarcane? We do. So let's get a little bit of paper. Let's make a book. And then we should be able to make Witch's Brew. This is a nice book. I also want to make a bookshelf. If that is in this, yes, bibliograph. I just need some planks, so looks like we're gonna make a jungle shelf. That's fine. Don't really care what kind, but as long as we get a bookshelf, that's what matters. So we have these witches brews and nice introduction and all that kind of stuff. How to make the cauldron, how to empty it, all that fun stuff. But basically, in order to make brews, you can do a lot of different things. But if we look at Mutandis, the way to make Mutandis is with an egg, exhale of the horn one, and a mandrake root. So do we have any eggs? I know we have some eggs somewhere. I mean, we have this full of eggs. Did I like break it or something? Whatever. It's a nice little storage container for eggs. So we have a whole bunch of eggs. We need exhale of the horn one, which is oak saplings. Which we have a few. I'll end up having to grow a bunch, and that's one of the other things I want to do over here is we're going to put down just a piece of dirt. This looks to be just as good as any place. And we're going to grow trees here. So we'll just do something like this, shift click, and cut them down. We're going to want a lot of saplings. We're also going to need some, I'm getting ahead of myself, we're going to need some other things. So we need clay jars, so we need some clay. Do I have much clay? I have a little bit. So my shovel has silk touch, so what's recipe, not recipe, usage. Can we like sag mill doesn't quite work. Alright, looks like we're gonna be breaking this with our hand. It's not too bad. So we're gonna make these clay jars, and we'll need to smelt them up. That's not too much of a problem. I believe it's like so. Yeah. So we're gonna want a decent amount of these. Let's get 20 to begin. And are we like almost done? So I'm gonna let that go for a moment, and we're gonna want to get some coal. And see, the oak wood can go in there, the apples can go in there. Both of those are fine. Dirt can go in there for right now. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna put the bookshelf like right here. We're gonna put the witch's brews in there. We are also going to need, so I'm going to put some of these eggs. We do have one exhale of the horn one with some clay jars. So let's get this in there, and we'll get some more oak saplings going to get more exhales of the horn one. And then we're going to need a mandrake root. And that's pretty much it right now. So the idea behind this is we're going to add this stuff to the witch's cauldron, and then we need to collect it. So we're going to have to get some bottles, some glass bottles, and I realize we don't have any more glass, so we're going to have to make more, and this never ends. But there's 20 more clay jars. That's good. That's good enough for now. Let's okay, we do have 7 glass jars, glass bottles, whatever. So we should be able to go ahead and make our first Mutandis the legit way and not just getting it from other stuff. So in order to make Mutandis, let's grab this book and we can read it. Crafting, no, that's not what we want. We want brewing. This is going through all the modifiers. Introduction. Do we want? No. Cauldron rituals. No, that's not what we want. You can put ritual stuff around the cauldron in order to get other things. So this costs, Mutandis does not cost anything. We just need Mandrake Root, Exhale the Horn one, Egg. In that order. So Mandrake Root, Exhale, Egg. And you stand back, you'll get some swirls. And then, I don't think we need the bottles for this, do we? No. And there's the Mutandis. So we'll need bottles for other things later, but for now we don't. Anyways, that is our first actual process of Mutandis. So we got that. We also need to make a fume funnel. This is something that's really expensive, but definitely worth it. We need a bunch of iron and some glowstone. We're going to make that, and we're going to mark that off our list as well. So we are nowhere close to being done with Witchery, but we're getting some stuff set up. So we need the fume funnel. Can I just do this? Alright, we need a bucket of lava and some glowstone. The bucket of lava will be easy enough once I can type bucket. Energized glowstone. We are going to take this down. No. In here. This guy. We're going to place that in the world. We're going to take that and we're going to get the lava. Actually, let's fill this with some lava. I haven't set back up the lava processing, but for right now we don't really need it. Eventually I want to put everything in Bedrockium drums because I think that makes the most sense. But there's the fume funnel. We have both of those now. Basically this, what it does is we can set this next to the witch's oven like so, and it connects. And basically what it does is it increases the chance to get the exhales and like the different, oh, how would you call them? The different fumes, that's what they are, from burning different things. So that is what we need to do for that. The next thing it wants us to do is craft an altar. Let's see how bad the altar is. We need Breath of the Goddess, which is birch saplings. So we need to get some birch. I don't know that we have any birch saplings, so we'll have to look. Birch, not in there. There might be some in here. There is. So let's grow a couple birch saplings. And yeah, the birch seeds we can also use. This becomes a sapling immediately. So we'll do something like this. Let's just stand in between them and hit shift. We'll just do this a little bit. So let's run around. Actually, I have a better way. Let's just watering can. So this is going to give us a lot of saplings, hopefully. Hopefully it's enough. He might be too close to something else. So do something like this. Watering can all of them. And chop, chop, chop. Everything gets chopped down. We have 8 saplings now. Yeah, that's good enough right now. Basically, I'm going to have to farm a lot of different trees. There is something that I'm going to need to be careful of, though. And I'm going to see if I can't show that off. So we're also going to want to... So we're going to need, for the altar, I believe 2 recipes worth? Yes. So we're going to need, hopefully, a few of these. We're going to need to get some more oak saplings as well burning. But before we do, I want to grab rowan. Rowan saplings are really good. So bring these two over, and I will try to show something off that happens every once in a while, just so that when it happens when I'm doing this off camera, I don't have to like feel bad about it happening and not getting it on camera. So I think this works. Yeah, so there is our Rowan's trees. We chop it down and we get some more saplings. Wow, we got 8 saplings out of that. That's not too bad. So do something like this, and then we'll watering can in the middle, let all of them grow. Maybe. There we go. And we'll get all of this stuff taken care of. I'm not seeing it happen yet, but we're going to get more because we're going to want a lot of this wood, because we need to make an altar. And the altar requires power, and the power for altars in Witchery comes from, wow, that was really quick. It comes from nature. So basically, we're going to have to make a nice green area for Witchery to get all of the stuff taken care of. To get altar power so that we can actually do things with Witchery, is what I meant to say. So let's get this last sapling grown and see. If we see green sparkles, it's the cue that, well, we're in trouble. But we have over a stack of Rowan saplings. Let's go back over. Do I have? Let's grab a bunch of these. Stupid ender lilies. Come back over here. I don't know that I need this, but whatever. It'll be good for later. So there is all these rowan saplings. Let's grab the hawthorn. We have a lot of rowan wood as well, and the berries. So we have 2 Breath of the Gods. We have more than that. Let's burn up a bunch, not quite that many, of the oak saplings. The only other thing we're going to need is water and stone bricks, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's fly over here. We're going to grow some more trees. This is hawthorn. Hawthorn is used a lot in different things. It's weird things. It's more like the practical one. It's also an interesting tree. But we have 21 saplings now. Let's grow more. And the magical thing has not happened yet. I'm going to farm all the trees because all the different trees give you different things. The ones that are most used are spruce, not spruce, are oak and birch. But spruce is used somewhat. I don't believe jungle has an exclusive fume to collect. So I'm not too worried about that, but still hasn't happened yet. Okay. So we're just going to cut down more trees. The thing that I'm trying to get to happen is there is an enemy called an Ent. And that's a zombie coming for us, but oh well. There's an Ent that can spawn. Eventually we're going to want to get an Ent to spawn, because it's going to help us out with some other things, but for right now it doesn't matter too much. We need some food, so delighted meals? Sure. Let's eat some burgers and fries. Alright, so we need stone. Do we have stone in here? We do. So we need 2 sets of stone bricks. I'm also going to grab this because we're going to get rid of that dirt. I decided that we don't need it. Later we're probably going to want some stuff for dirt, but right now we don't need it. So there we go. We have the exhale of the horn one. So we need 2 of these and 2 of these. I will organize this inventory later, and we need 2 of these. And then I believe there was one thing else that we need. I think it's a rowan wood. Yep. So we need 4 rowan wood, and I'm actually going to use one that does have its own like planks, which are really cool looking. Let's put that there, and basically make the altar rebirth over there, like so, and then we just get 2 water bottles. And there's 3 altars, and there's the other 3. So the altar we're gonna put right here, and there's the altar. So this doesn't have any power yet. One, there's nothing around it to give it power, and we also need to increase range and give it some upgrades and all that kind of stuff. But we are going to do that next time. Before we go though, let's mark off on our book. We crafted the altar. So a few things we have to do. There's not much left that it wants us to do for Witchery. We need to get a familiar, we need to get a poppet, which we'll get a death protection poppet because that makes the most sense to me. We need to enslave some hobgoblins. That is interesting. I don't actually know if there is a spawn egg for the hobgoblins or how exactly we're supposed to get them. So I'll have to look into that. I might actually have to look that up online because Witchery, typically it would be a village in you would just get some hobgoblins from a village or nearby in world generation, but I'll have to see how to get them to spawn. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and fall. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here. Wow, that is already full. Let's grab this. Let's grab these and the rares. And I really need to clean that up. I will probably do that off camera. Between episodes because they need to be done. But let's go ahead and look at some of the unknown dimlets, see if we get anything good. Another patron one, digit, those are simple. I think those are craftable. Sky, boring. Liquid meat, that's interesting at least. Affect confusion, yuck. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Next time, we will... I think next time we'll continue with Witchery a little bit, or... I don't even know. We'll get into something, I'm sure. We could... What to do? We could work towards some more. We need to get some more systems up and running to just kind of make our life easier. I need to expand the applied energistics, so that might be something we work on. Magic mods, Botania. We could probably do Botania a little bit, but we'll figure something out. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!